Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. It's the Audrey Wiggins Show.
One of the most fundamental parts of doing business on the web is keeping your customers' information safe. Fear of hacking and other security breaches still makes a lot of people jittery about disclosing their credit card numbers and other private information online, like their home address and telephone number. And if they suspect that it could be compromised when they make a transaction on your site, they're going to take their business elsewhere. That's why you need an SSL certificate for your website.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to another webisode of the Audrey Wiggins Show, and I am Audrey Wiggins. Our guest today is Michael Weatherspoon. I'm excited to have him here. He's a hip-hop musician. He's in school. He's working on a master's degree. He's a dad. He's a young daughter, and he's been to prison. But that's not where his story ended, and that's why I'm so excited to have him here today so we can discuss that journey and where he goes from here. So Mike, thanks again for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So let's just dive right in, your story, what happened.
Yeah, I read the scripture where Jesus said, I came that you may have life and that more abundantly. And one day that served as an apparatus of divine intuition for me. Okay. So I read it and I was like, you know what? I need some kind of education. I got Jesus. I've been in the street. So I need to go to school. I need a GED.
Right.
I got tired of lying on applications.
Yes, absolutely.
And it was like a void. So I went to Tri-C in 2009, January, and signed up for GED classes. Okay. So I passed the initial pre-test. So with that being said, a week later I took the test. Okay. And I passed it. Wow. And I walked out at GED commencement at Tri-C Metro Campus in June 2009.
That sounds like a teary moment.
Yeah, it was. It was very special. Yeah. I cried.
Yeah. So how did you get over that shame to go back? Was that part of that divine intervention?
Yeah. It was. I just divorced myself from the opinions of people. And even though at one point, my former pastor told me I didn't need school, and I was like, I need school. Yes. I need to get an education.
Right. That's it. And you did it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're
welcome.
You so much. Yeah. So with the Tri-C, got your your first degree, your associate's degree. You went on from there to tell us about that journey.
Yes. I signed up for summer classes, 2009. Associate of Arts and majored in Human Services. Wow. I went to school for a year. Okay. Consequently, I left school. I ended up getting married. I left for 3 years, then I came back August 2013. Okay. Because I had a propensity to finish what I started. Yeah. I like that. I went back to school and I completed my program 2015 December. Yeah, and I was elated. That was probably the most jovial graduation I have experienced. Yeah, first generation student. Yeah,
and so you went on from there.
Yes, the next month I actually signed up at Cleveland State University and pursued an undergraduate in communication management. Okay. And I completed that program May 2018.
You just went straight through.
Yes, May 2018.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Why wait? And after that, I was like, well, since the waiting. So 2 weeks later, I found myself in grad school. So I started grad school the summer of 2018, 2 weeks after graduation. Okay. And now I'll be graduating this December with a master's degree.
That is fantastic.
In education.
Oh, in education. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you hope to do, or what's your goals?
I want to build a non-profit mentorship program called Adult Education. Adult Education and Mentorship Program.
All right. And what
to mentor at-risk youth. Okay. Particularly men of color from destitute communities from the ages 12 to 24. Okay.
Now, do you feel you're creating that? Was that a void that was in your life that you want to fill the void in other lives coming behind you? So when you talk about, because you talked about scripture earlier, it's like to whom much is given, much is required.
Absolutely.
So the life that was required of you was really a hard life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so to be able to come, to be on this side. So tell us a little bit about that life.
Oh, yeah. Growing up in the neighborhood, I walk into the store to get a red Faygo pop, a box of Boston baked beans.
Oh, gosh, I love those.
Drug dealers, right?
Oh,
with
man.
fancy cars and counting big knots of money and designer clothes. And that was ideal for me coming up. So those people, I eventually at one point succumbed to that lifestyle at the age of 13.
Wow.
However, I always knew, and even the people around me, they knew it was something grander in me. And at the time, I did not know.
Yes.
I knew I was different because I always had a heart, but I didn't know. So I lived that life. I sold drugs. I was in the streets. I sold drugs from the age of 13 up into 26 years old.
Wow.
I went to prison in 2001. Only 6 months.
Okay.
They sent me to prison, Marion Correctional Facility. I came home January 2002.
Okay.
Yeah, and I never forget looking back on that experience. God was trying to show me something then. I remember I had a dream probably a week prior to coming home that I'm home, and I was trying to get some dope, get some work, and re-up. Can I just be candid? Can I be candid?
Please,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, to re-up and like, okay, this is what those were my aspirations.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna come up, but in this dream when I went to go buy it, I couldn't get the money out of my pocket.
Oh wow, that's one of those crazy dreams.
I couldn't get out. But fast forward, I came home, got in trouble again, and 2004 is when I gave my life to God.
Okay.
I went to the church and took my shirt off for an offering, and that was all I had to give. I was bare chested.
Wow.
I didn't understand at that time how significant that was. Yeah. I took my shirt off at the offering. At the offering, I put on the offering cloth.
Yeah.
And went back to my seat, and they called me up to the front and called me to the altar.
Wow.
And the guest pastor who was preaching, her name was Bishop Roberta Thomas from Pittsburgh. She just told me to get on my knees, and I just did what she said and put my hands up. She prayed for me. I don't know what she prayed.
Yeah.
After that night, my life changed.
My Lord.
Yeah, I had a dream that night. I was walking through 86 in Superior, and it was raining.
Okay.
But the rain turned into fire, and everything around me was on fire. I'll never forget it. So as I proceeded to walk down Superior towards 82nd, there were like 3 people that I know in real life standing in front of the building.
Okay.
And I was telling them, like, hey, man, can't you see the building on fire? Everything. You need to come with me. And they said, no, we're not going with you. You keep going. We're going to stay here.
Okay,
This
you
one
about to
guy,
mess me up. We on camera. I'm about to get messed
Okay.
up totally right here.
Okay.
Keep going.
You sure?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so one of the guy, I still see him every once in a while, and he didn't want to come. So I just started walking down Superior, and then there was this big flood of water coming off 84th and Superior, like a flood, taller than the light poles. And it just came, and I woke up. After that, and this was a Sunday morning, I woke up. I never forget it. The time was on the cable box. It was 6:41 a.m. So I'm like, okay, I knew that had something to do with last night on a Saturday when I took my shirt off. So I got up, got dressed, went to church, jeans and t-shirt. After that, I spoke with the pastor. At this time, there was a conference going on.
Oh, okay.
So he had a lot of clergy around him. I asked him, can I tell him the dream? So I told him the dream, and he said, you want to know what that means? And one of his elders had chill bumps going up her arms. He said that fire was the hell that you was going through in the world. But the water represents the word of God. Young brother, he's coming to wash you clean. And those brothers that you wanted to come with you. Sadly enough, everybody's not going to want to come. They're not going to want to be saved, and there's nothing you can do about that. And he's washed you clean. Just know that you're saved, and whatever you do from this point on, continue to go to church. Continue to come. Come to Bible study, and your life is going to dramatically change. Or drastically change.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
that's
indeed
what
it
happened.
did. Wow.
Yeah, and then
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, and I had and that's, I found myself months later just engrossed in reading the Word. I would spend like 6-7 hours reading the Bible, just lost in God. Yeah. And fast forward to 2006, June 19th to be exact, Monday night, I remember I was at choir rehearsal. So I'm at the choir rehearsal because I got a call from a young lady that was at the church at that particular time to come get work glasses. So I go, she didn't give me the work glasses. But a friend of mine was there. He wanted prayer, and he was drunk. And with me being from that neighborhood, I was comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
And I commenced to walking him home from church that night, 10 p.m. And I cut through the Sitco gas station on Superior, like 73rd and Superior. And a young man pulled out a gun and commenced to rob me. I let him rob me. He didn't take my money. He shot me twice in the stomach and shot my friend 4 times in the chest. He lived. My friend lived.
Praise God. And I was, you know, you did. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
and that was too. And after that, I taught my first lesson in church. And that was not on a consistent basis. It was once every 4 months or so. And after that, I'm like, okay, I'm missing something here. And it was the education piece. And I prayed about it, and God showed me where He wanted to take me and what I am supposed to be doing. So I commenced to going to school. And at that time, not to denigrate anyone, but I was told by my former pastor on multiple occasions that school wasn't for me. School was not going to add to my anointing. My job was to solely be with Him in church and inviting people to the church in the pulpit. Even up to recently, about 3 weeks ago, he actually pulled up to Cleveland State University and saw me walking outside, pulled over and said the same thing to me. I didn't receive it.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So I ended up consequently leaving that church in 2017. It got to the point I couldn't hear him. In addition to me being educated, I was able to filter through some of the jargon that he was articulating to the people.
It was just part of the journey because we're not necessarily meant to go someplace and stay there.
Absolutely.
You know,
right.
So if you're growing, exactly. It's like you have elementary school, you have junior, middle school. They've changed it out.
Right.
High school.
Right. My 5th grade teacher never got mad at my 6th grade teacher because I decided to, move on.
Right.
So,
She was happy for you.
Right.
Or maybe she wanted you to just go away from me.
Right. And I believe what it really was is I became a threat because I became educated.
Right, exactly.
So
we just, God bless him.
It's cool. Bless him. I don't have no ill will.
Exactly. So we can
tell the story.
That was just part of the journey, part of your truth.
Absolutely.
So,
Go
ahead.
Oh, no.
This is your time.
So from there, now I'll be graduating December 2019 with a degree in education with a concentration in adult learning and development.
Wow. A master's degree. And the education degree is what is it? M.Ed. It's not really.
Yes, M.Ed.
Right. But in between that time and now, you've gotten some music. We alluded to that earlier in the show. But tell us about that.
My album is titled Faith Without Doubt. Dr. Mike. It's a collaboration or a compendium of inspiration, motivation, aspirations, and just my overall proclivity to heighten the intellectual acuity of our people.
Okay.
So we have to explain it. That's the only way.
Well, we're gonna play a little bit of that. We gotta have your permission to play that. So listen up, real quick, and hope you get something out of it.
Just hold on, keep the faith. Though the trials come your way, you should praise Him anyway. If you put your trust in Him, in all your ways, acknowledge Him with all your heart, and you can make it through the day.
Mad bars in my inventory for auditory learners to give God glory in a different category. From rappers morally spitting allegory about my spiritual journey, from the block to the church, then landing in academics with insight on epigenetics, effect of neuroscience, so we can kick it and talk public health, a severe epidemic, widespread like communities misled.
And where can they find your album?
It's available on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify. It's Dr. Mike, Faith Without Doubt.
Okay.
Every streaming platform service there is. YouTube, That's where you can find it.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, so definitely, yeah, definitely. So hope you enjoyed that. We'll play some more, you know, at the end as we close out. That'll be awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I know I kind of interrupted there, so we can, you know, play a little bit, but tell us about that journey, the music.
The music? Yeah.
This is always a miracle type thing to me.
Yeah.
Music and lyrics when it comes to a person.
Yeah, the music, I was rapping back in the 90s, but I didn't take it seriously. Okay. Because I was in streets hustling. But this time around, and in addition to that, let me backtrack. I was rapping in 2007, 2008, but I was told to put it away because it wasn't my calling. Okay. So somebody was telling you what not to do, right? Yeah, right. I was kind of letting other people dictate to the direction God wanted me to go. Yeah. But I always had a propensity to rap. I always had a propensity to articulate a message through good beats. So this album came about in 2017. That's when I started. I was sitting in the computer lab at Cleveland State. I was typing a paper and I was rapping just to an instrumental, and one of the students was like, "Old school, you can rap." I'm like, old school, I'm only 39 years old.
Yeah, compared to some of those students, I'm like their grandmother's age.
Right.
I'm like, dang, I thought I was cool. They call you OG at 39.
Yeah,
that's
39.
crazy.
Yeah, I was 30. I'm 41 now.
Okay, but still, even at 41.
Right. So it was like, they said, say that again, and I'm like, I don't remember. It's like, you should take that serious.
Wow, it was just natural.
So I just
flowing.
Yeah, and I just went on SoundCloud, SoundClick.com, and that is a website where producers all over the world who are trying to come up. They're trying to sell their beats. Okay. And I just began to contact like 3 producers via email, bought some music, and I started writing it. I wrote half the album. Half of it I didn't write. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I want to talk to people, like really minister to people through music. So I came up with the title. It took me 2 years to record it. I recorded about 22 songs over 2 years, working in between semesters. Yeah. I narrowed the album down to 16. I had them mixed and mastered at Lava Room Recording Studios in Beechwood. The mastering process took place at Cauliflower Audio in Cleveland's West Side. And the title, I wrestled with the title for 2 years. And I came up with the title Faith Without Doubt because in the secular world, my favorite rapper was Jay-Z. Okay. So his first album was Reasonable Doubt. So I said, okay, as he's doing that in the world, I can do this for the kingdom. Exactly. Faith without doubt. Yeah, yes. And moreover, it came to me like, okay, I've made it this far by my faith without doubt. Although doubt tried to creep in, it was by faith. So I titled it, and it was released August 6th of this year. Yeah, I didn't even know it was released. I was at school in the summer, and I was working on a project. One of my friends called me, he didn't even say hello. He said, yo, Mike, what are you doing to promote your album? I said, it's not out yet. It's going through copyright process. He's like, no, we're listening to you in the car on Apple Music. I'm like, are you serious?
So how does that happen? So once it's how does that happen?
Yeah, it's a program I went through called DistroKid. DistroKid is like a streaming service that allocates all of your songs to all of the online record stores. Okay. However, those songs need to be mixed, mastered, and they need to be cleared. Like if you used any samples, anything. Okay. So DistroKid takes care of that. So you upload it on DistroKid, you pay $19.99 a year, and they submit it to every online streaming service. Wow. So I did that probably 4 days prior to it being released, and I didn't even know it went through.
So as you're getting the you said the copyright, right? So as you're getting that, so somehow they know.
Yeah, they know. Yeah, everything was cleared. Yeah, they run it through everything. Yes.
Okay, not an option. They get a notification.
Right, and it was so I had it copywritten.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there, and after I hung up the phone from him, I asked one of the students, I said, do me a favor. She's like, what, Mike? I said, go on, do you use Tidal or Spotify? She's like, I got YouTube music. I said, type in my name, Dr. Mike, Faith Without Doubt, see if it pops up. And she did it, and it popped up, and she cried. She's like, oh my God.
I know. That's a crying moment.
Try iTunes. And there I go again, and I got at least 100 phone calls that day.
Wow.
Calls, texts, Instagram messages, people sharing it in their story on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm talking about at least 600 people.
Okay.
And it was like everybody was, students on campus walking up to me. I ain't got an album. That never spoke to me before. I got it on Spotify. It popped up in my notification. So,
yeah. So when it's things like that, are people just listening, or are they paying the 99 cents for the song?
Yeah. I did get a royalty check. The royalty checks come every 3 months, so I just received one. It was like $27.
That's okay. We don't even talk dollars. If you know, it's out there, right? You know, this is still the beginning.
Yeah. So I guess that's how it works. I'm not sure about all the particulars of it. I have to really read through it.
Yeah.
But they're listening. I do know that. Like they download it. Like people who have Apple Music or Tidal or Spotify on their phone or YouTube Music. Yeah. You can just type my name in. And
so it's Dr. Mike.
Dr. Mike.
Okay.
Faith Without Doubt.
Faith Without Doubt. Okay. So any other online streaming services.
Yes.
Yeah. So we can make sure we get that.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm ignorant to all of that process and stuff, especially music in the online world. That's awesome. So you just brought me some knowledge. You just brought us some knowledge so we can go back. I always like to throw in that I have my little jingle that I need to get out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm real excited. Dang. So you have the album, you have the music video. So I saw the music video. That was hot. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Or my millennials say that's dope.
Right. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes. Currently working on my 4th video.
Okay.
For a song called Focus.
Focus.
Yeah, featuring Pastor Judah Early.
Judah Early. Okay. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's on the record.
Church a few times.
Chanel Angelique as well. She's on the record. Yeah, featuring Chanel Angelique and Pastor Judah Early.
Okay.
Focus. It's on the album.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah, so I'll be making sure that I get that whole thing.
Yeah.
I know I got one from you. I'm going to make sure to see what what I have, from it that I got. Yeah, definitely. So if they want to buy an album, the same process, or is that
same
iTunes?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. iTunes or Amazon Music.
Okay.
And they can just type in my name and pay for it there. It's like $9.50.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's cool.
I appreciate it.
That's investment in you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's how I see things as an investment. Like reframing my mindset as opposed to spending money.
Yeah. So we'll be investing in you and the people that ultimately you're going to be serving.
Right.
Yeah. So that's
Thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Thank you. So
wow.
much.
Wow. So we didn't talk about your daughter.
Yes, that's my girl. It's my favorite. Yeah, her name is Livia. Livia. Livia, my angel, Weatherspoon.
Wow.
She's 4. My everything. That's my heart. That's part of the driving mechanism to what I'm doing today.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. She was conceived November 24th, 2014.
Okay.
So she'll be 5 next month.
Oh, don't let her tell it.
Yeah, she'll be 5 next month.
That's
beautiful. She's just beautiful, intelligent, smart.
Okay, does she sing or anything?
Yeah, she know Daddy's lyrics. That's my number 1.
Oh, okay, okay.
She knows yeah, she wants to be a doctor. She said a doctor, a pastor, and a professor, because I bring her to CSU on the weekends.
Okay.
So so I'm a single father.
Yeah.
I'm making it happen.
Yes, you are. Yeah, definitely. We should have you on the other show, make something happen.
Right.
We'll talk about you on that show. How about that?
Okay,
We'll promote your music and stuff. All right. So you're welcome. So you'll be earning your master's degree in December. So what are your plans from there? And not just education, but education and otherwise.
I plan on working at CSU, Cleveland State University. I've applied there. I've applied at Cuyahoga Community College. However, I have been accepted into the University of Dayton.
Okay.
To pursue a doctoral program starting in May.
Awesome.
In the organization, Doctor of Education with a concentration in leadership for organizations.
Okay.
Other than that, because I don't need the doctor to create the mentorship program.
Absolutely.
So I want to launch that next year. At least start the process for it.
Okay.
And that's it.
Wow. If we can help you, with that process, let us know.
There's a particular scripture, if you don't mind me sharing.
No, please.
Yeah. In the morning sow your seed.
Okay.
In the evening do not withhold your hand, for you do not know which will prosper, either this or that.
Yeah.
And the revelation that God gave me about that scripture is that in the morning, in the daytime, if you're working somewhere, you do what you need to do, or do what you're supposed to do for that employer. Go to work. But after work is when you build your life and your dreams too. Don't stop working until that one is at its apex, and then you can quit working for someone else.
Yes.
So you don't know which one will prosper, because this one will help fund your personal dream.
That's
so
it.
you have to keep going.
That's it.
You have to keep going. Yeah.
Yes,
Absolutely. Don't stop.
Yeah.
People just look at the end goal of education, all these things, just to get a job. And I know, because I've come to a place where I've moved from believing to knowing. And I know that God did not call us just to always work for someone else.
Right. It's a higher purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. If one chooses to do that, that's okay. That's you. If you believe that's what you're supposed to do, that's fine. But however, there are people who need what's in us, the purposes in our heart. Like there are people waiting on us to get to where we're supposed to be in God, to fulfill our dream, that are connected to us that we haven't even met yet.
Right.
Yeah, I believe there's
that too.
TV stations, big TVs that's connected to the Audrey Wiggins show that is like, okay, we're going to fund this whole thing. Let's go.
Wow. Oh, that's prophecy. Thank you, God.
Yeah, because, you know, he looks at the intent of the heart. So when your intentions are to do right and help people be heard in his righteousness, he'll advance that. It's his word.
Thank you.
He said if you delight yourself in him, then he'll give you the desires of your heart.
Yes.
So it's just a process of time, a period of time in time, not a lifetime.
Okay.
And we'll reap if we do not lose heart. Well, most people lose heart before they even begin the process, because they lose it in their mind first.
Yeah.
They quit here.
It gets challenging. You know, when people always say like the struggle is real. It is.
Yeah,
but you're right. But we have to push through, no matter how difficult that it gets.
Yeah,
absolutely. I do sometimes get discouraged. I mean, I do.
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
Strong. That's when he's strong.
Yes, for sure. Well, this is a good point. Unless there's anything else you want to tell about your story, because you're already helping us right now. Right. But with that formulate a message that you want to leave with us.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can just look right into that camera and talk to us.
Yes, the message I want to leave with you all is to not lose hope. But you have to have some substance. The Bible says faith is substance. It's the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of not seen. So faith is connected directly to substance. So what I want to leave with you all is that develop a proclivity to learn. Never stop learning, because the learners will always exceed the learner. Put God first. Forget what you think you know. Get up under somebody who's doing something that you desire to do, or is going somewhere that you desire to go, and learn from them. And learn from them and love people and love God. And trust the process. Trust the process. Yeah, process is the course of development that guarantees success and will alleviate all failure potential. That's my personal definition of the process.
Well, you heard it right here on the Audrey Wiggins Show. Thanks, Mike. This is just awesome. Oh my goodness. It's been a real inspiration. You're welcome. Yeah, anytime. All right. So just remember Mike's story, remember the journey, and not so much being focused on the destination. To sponsor or appear on this or any of our web shows, contact studio at mwmg.tv. That's studio at mwmg.tv.
Acknowledge him with all your heart, and you can make it through the day.
Yo, doing work so my family can travel to Delaware and build a new castle. 3 stories so Livy can dazzle, and what the Lord's done for letting them fight the battle. Good gracious, my foyer spacious. Coquette decor from adding faith with patience. Ballroom day party with vivacious. Hostess to entertain guests, kind of flirtatious. This is a voracious account of a famous party at my house, where no one's salacious and causing the fallout, but help people serve out problems that's paramount. That's what it's all about, aiding those without with any amount, with a small donation from your checking account to pay their gas bill heal so peace can be still.